Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something that honestly feels like it's straight out of the future of work. It's an AI platform called Manus, and get this, it's not about just answering your questions. It's designed to actually do your work. So let's really unpack what it means to have an AI that's less of an assistant and more like a whole team at your fingertips.
So you know how we use AI to write an email or something simple? Okay, forget all that. I want you to imagine writing just one sentence, and that single prompt launches an entire team of AI agents. A team that takes on a whole complex project for you from the very beginning to the final delivery. That's the huge shift in thinking we're going to explore.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into what an AI agent even is and why it's such a big deal. Then, we're going to look at 4 really cool things Manus can do. Act as your automated research team, your on-demand content creator, your personal no-code developer, and finally, how it plugs right into your workflow.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the agent revolution. And I really want to stress this. We are not just talking about a slightly smarter chatbot. This is a whole new category of software, a totally different way of thinking about AI.
So what is an AI agent? Think of it like this. You can give it a really complex goal, a big project, and it goes off and figures out all the steps on its own. It manages the whole process from start to finish, and then just delivers the finished product to you. The key thing to remember is that it's built for doing things, for execution, not just for chatting.
This slide really nails the difference. A chatbot, great for a quick chat. You ask a question, it gives an answer. It does one simple thing. But an AI agent, that's your project manager. You give it the big picture goal, and it breaks it down into all the little subtasks, gets them done, and then hands you the completed project. Totally different league.
Okay, so let's dig into the first big superpower here, having your very own automated research team. And this is where you start to see the insane scale we're talking about with these AI agents.
Okay, picture this. You've got to research 250 people attending a conference. For a team of humans, that's days of boring, mind-numbing work, right? Well, for an AI agent platform like Manus, that's about a 15-minute job. 15 minutes! Just let that sink in.
So how does it do it so fast? The secret sauce is this thing called wide research. Instead of having one giant AI brain try to do everything at once and, get overwhelmed, Manus is smarter. It acts like a manager. It takes that big job, breaks it down into 250 tiny jobs, and gives each one to its own little sub-agent. They all go to work at the same time, in parallel. Then, all their work gets put back together into one clean, organized result.
And this is so important. It doesn't just dump a giant, messy text file on you. No way. You get structured, ready-to-use data. So you could say, hey, research 100 different sneaker models for me, and what you get back is a perfect table like this one. All the data points you wanted, neatly organized. You can actually use it right away.
All right, moving on to the next capability, your on-demand content creator. This is where we take that same incredible power, that parallel processing, and point it at creative tasks.
And what's crazy is how simple your part is. You basically just give it your brand guidelines, maybe toss in your logo, tell it the theme, and then you just tell it what you need.
And the result? It's pretty wild. It doesn't spit out one poster at a time. Nope. It launches a whole batch job, with 10 different sub-agents working at the exact same time to create 10 unique posters, all perfectly on brand. We're talking about mass production of creative assets, literally on demand.
And we're not just talking about posters. It can do so much more. It can take a spreadsheet and turn it into a full slide deck. And it'll even match your company's specific PowerPoint template. Or how about creating cinematic videos from a script? Or taking a video you already have and turning it into a comic strip. It can even create personalized sales videos for you in bulk in 10 different languages. The possibilities are huge.
Okay, this next one is a total game changer, for real. Manus as your own personal no-code developer. We're talking about building actual working software just by describing it in plain English.
How many times have you been working and thought, I just wish I had a simple little tool that did this one thing, right? Like a tool to pull images from a Google Doc or a custom portal for customer feedback. Normally, you'd have to go find a developer, but not anymore.
With Manus, you literally just describe the tool you want, and it can build a full-on website with a backend, with user logins, even with Stripe payments built right in. It gives you a live URL you can share, and Hey, you can even export the code if you want a human developer to take over later. For instance, a small flower shop built an AI tool to visualize flower arrangements. It totally changed their sales process, and they built it just by typing a prompt.
So, last but not least, let's talk about how all this amazing power actually plugs into your real life. Because let's be honest, a tool is only as good as how easily you can use it in your day-to-day workflow.
Okay, this is so cool. You can actually give your Manus agent its own email address. So picture this. Your boss emails you an infographic with like 100 company logos on it and says, I need an analysis on these. Instead of groaning, you just forward that email to your Manus bot. That's it. The email itself becomes the command. A few minutes later, boom, you get an email back right in that same conversation thread with a complete spreadsheet analyzing all 100 of those companies.
And it gets even crazier. Manus also has this feature called a browser operator, which can literally take control of your web browser and do stuff for you. We're talking about logging into websites and everything.
So what does that actually mean? Well, for example, it could log into your private TradingView account and pull stock data for you. Or it could go to an ad library and scrape every single ad your competitor is running. It could even use your LinkedIn profile to go find job candidates with specific skills. It connects to your HubSpot to update your customer info, or it can use an Ahrefs API to run SEO audits automatically. It's basically the glue that connects all your different tools and automates the work between them.
So to kind of wrap this all up, the big thing to take away is that Manus isn't just another little AI app for one specific thing. It's a whole platform. It's designed for you to create these powerful AI agents that can handle all sorts of complex, messy, multi-step projects, everything from deep research to building websites.
You know, this really changes the question we should be asking. It's not what can I ask an AI anymore, it's what can I get an AI to do for me? It really makes you start thinking about all that complex, time-sucking work on your plate that you could just hand off. So the real question I have for you is, how would you use an automated team that works for you 24/7?